Hello, awakened creators. Amanda here. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, we are going to be speaking with someone fantastic who has played a huge role in my youth and who I feel like really has a powerful message that they want to bring forth. If you are new to the channel and you are not familiar with channeling, this is a psychic ability, a intuitive ability that I believe everyone can tap into. Some people tend to have cultivated that aspect of themselves more. For me in particular, this is a part of myself that I generally keep private because it is unusual and different and kind of weird. But the mission of Awakened Creators and what Awakened Creators is here to do is to ignite the hearts and minds of creatives all over the globe to get them back into sync with their heart, so they can create authentic art into the world, which we desperately need more of. And when I am open to channeling these creators who have passed on, what I am attempting to allow is a chance for them to share their wisdom and inspiration to those of us who are still here on this 3D plane doing our best to express ourselves. So this will be the third of the channeling videos that I've done to date. The first two being Bob Ross and Frida Kahlo. If you have not watched either of those videos, I will link to them here. There are very powerful messages in those channelings. I am going to do things a little bit differently with this video than I did in those two videos, only because my own process for allowing these energies to come through me is evolving and changing, and I'm doing my best, and I hope you will be patient with me in cultivating this part of myself, my own psychic abilities to be stronger and to be more comfortable, quite frankly, sharing this aspect of myself with you all. So without further ado, I want to move into the channeled messages from the most brilliant, most beautiful, most fantastic Dolores O'Riordan. And I'm not sure if I am saying her last name right, O'Riordan, but I'm gonna do my best. So if you're not familiar with Dolores, she is most well known as the lead singer of the musical group, the Cranberries. They were extremely popular in the 90s and one of my personal all-time favorite bands. Now, that is not why I chose to allow this channeling to come through. Funny thing about channeling is that you don't really get to choose. When you open yourself to channel, so long as you allow yourself to be protected, that only the highest love and light vibrations come through, I try beyond that level of protection to be an open vessel, meaning I don't try to force certain entities or energies to come through me. I work with a lot of creators who have passed on in my private practice, and I want to share that practice with you because I feel like their messages are just in general really good advice for creators. So when I moved to Serbia, I've been in Serbia as of today for 5 weeks, I think. It's almost a month, I believe. And when I got to Serbia, Dolores was coming to me. Whether it was her music was popping up in my head over and over again, her energy, or I would sense an aspect of her in particular. Like, I recall in the 90s being enamored with Doc Martens because of Dolores, because of the Cranberries. She will wear Doc Marten boots, and it was like a very bold feminine statement because they're very these like masculine military type boots, but she would wear them and she would own the shit out of them. And like, I remember being drawn to that. And so when I moved to Serbia, I remember there was a pair of like patent leather pink Doc Marten boots at this store. I almost bought them because there was only one pair and they were almost in my size. They were a pinch too small. But I was like, oh, I have no room in my luggage for these giant boots. So I did not get the boots, but it felt like a wink from Dolores. So as these little signs start popping up, and these individuals keep coming up in conversation, or someone else will bring them up, or mentions something, or a phrase from one of their songs will enter into my awareness, I understand now, and I know to pay attention to that energy is wanting to come through. And for those of you who don't know, and I have the wiki for her up on my computer right now. She passed away pretty recently. She passed away in 2018 in January. So that was only, how long is that? I can't do math. 4 years ago. 4.5 years ago. It feels like very recent, although maybe it's just that her energy has come online recently, in order to be, accessible to those of us who kind of play in these higher realms. But yeah, her death for whatever reason feels very recent to me. I'm not sure exactly why, but anyways, her energy has been coming through very strong since I moved to Serbia, and I recall a lot of her music and a lot of the music the Cranberries released in the 90s related to conflicts that were going on in Europe at the time. Being an American and being from the US, I had little to no knowledge of these things, and also because I was young and my attention was elsewhere. But now that I'm here and I feel the energy, and I sense and I see with my senses the impacts of those conflicts on the people, the buildings, the culture, just the environment, it's coming through really strongly. Now, it's kind of been made clear to me that it's not necessarily about that, why she wants to come through. And what's going to be different about this video than the others is that I sat down and I kind of tapped into Dolores already and asked her what messages she wants to bring through. And I can already feel the energy surging, so I know that she's gonna come through for us. So I'm going to say some words of protection and love and kind of bless this conversation with Dolores, and then I will get into the messages that she shared with me prior to hitting record, and then any other information that she would like to bring through in this conversation. We will see what she has to say. Okay, so I'm just going to relax and get centered into my heart space. Just like we recommend here at Awaken Creators before you create, just always tapping into your heart. You cannot go wrong no matter what you're doing. Whether you're having a conversation with someone, or you need to find the words, or you need to know, tap into your feelings, your heart space is always going to be the place to go. Okay. And you assist me today. I do have some crystal allies with me. I have my selenite with me. That is always allowing me to be as clear of a channel as possible. And then I also have blue apatite, which is very powerful stone for opening, third eye, and crown. So we are going to, and throat. I'm hearing, okay, throat. Just all the upper chakras to open. And I do work with archangels, so I do ask that Archangel Michael cast a circle of protection around me and all of those viewing this information to protect us and keep us in alignment only with the highest love and light vibrations that seek to come through. That is all that we are open to. All else can stand by. And I would like to also call upon my galactic brothers and sisters to assist me energetically with receiving this information and flow of energy to the best of my functional abilities, regulating my energetic field as necessary. And I would also like to give a prayer of gratitude to my ancestors, known and unknown, for allowing me to tap in and remember my abilities. Thank you. So at this time, I would like to welcome the highest love and light vibration of the soul and energy known on the earth plane as Dolores O'Riordan, the lead singer of the Cranberries, to come through. Dolores, you are welcome to come through and speak through me at this time. And we humbly thank you for your presence in the Awakened Creators family and for bearing witness to what we're trying to do here. Thank you. Just let me know when you're ready, Dolores. I feel and sense emphasis on the necklace that I'm wearing. I think she really likes it. Necklaces, she likes necklaces of any kind, especially symbolic necklaces. So this is very interesting information. And I appreciate that. So, okay. Okay, there's more information there. She is saying that it's because the symbols that we wear send important messages to those around us. Not only are they important for ourselves as reminders, but they are also signals to other people about where we stand on particular issues. So you should be mindful of the symbols that you wear and the symbols that you associate yourself with. It's very good information. Thank you, Dolores. So I want to refer to my notes because earlier when I was tapping into her energy, I felt this. Sorry. That's not what she wants to do. Okay, so yes. Emotions are a powerful tool. So this is one of the most important messages that had come through as I am getting the signals from Dolores prior to this channeling. So emotions as a tool for creatives. What do you have to say on this subject, Dolores? Why is this important to you? Our ability to speak as creatives, whether it's through our voice, our music, visual arts, graffiti, producing things like physical objects, our ability to communicate is one of the most powerful gifts a creative has. And this goes along with the symbols, being mindful of the symbols that you carry, the symbols that you wear. It's what you stand for. So it's making very, very strong emphasis on what do you stand for. She's asking, like, what do you stand for? What does your art stand for? And are you behind it? Are you honoring that part of yourself that wants to come through? Are you honoring the truth of who you really are and what you want to say and share in this world? Are you letting other people stifle your voice? This is very important, and she gets very angry when she sees people stifling the voices of creators, and especially when they stifle their own voices. They become their own captors, they become their own slave drivers, and they become their own imprisoners. And it's very sad to her. It's upsetting because the messages that they have to share are very important. But if you're not behind your own message, who's gonna be? It's important to be honest with yourself as a creator, what it is that you want to create, what it is that you want to bring forth in this world. And if you're gonna be honest with yourself, you're gonna have to admit that some of the things that you want to talk about are really hard to talk about. Whether it's atrocities going on, or war, or things that are hurtful and painful emotions, the pain of a breakup, or the pain and emotions of family issues. Your ability to give voice to these parts of yourself is powerful. It will free you. It will free you, and it will free those who listen to your music. That will listen to your, watch your films or read your books, your poems. Like, if you can't be honest on the page or behind the microphone, then what are you doing? And she knows that it's hard. She's addressing that it's difficult, it's challenging to have to face those parts of yourself. But that's why you have this great gift. So what do you stand for? You should ask yourself this question as you go along your creative journey. You should ask yourself what it is you're standing for. Because if you're hiding in the background, if you are stifling your own voice, and clearly you are standing for the stifling of artistic expression, you're standing for the stifling of voices that need to be heard, you're standing for the person that or entity that you're probably against on a conscious level. If you were asked the question, you're doing their job for them. You're doing their job for them. She wants to make sure you understand that. And she's also bringing up a lot of holy anger. She's saying, like, emotions are, this is very powerful energy. There's a holy mother anger, and there's a holy mother anger that she possesses that she would like you to embody more. Whether you're male or female or however you identify yourself, there's a holy mother anger that we all as artists need to call forward into our identity. This part of ourselves that is enraged by what is going on the planet, that is enraged by how people are treating each other, this is enraged with how we are treating Mother Earth. You should be getting angry. Holy anger is good. Holy anger is productive. You should allow this part of yourself to be expressed. And it's not about being mad all the time. It has nothing to do with holding that anger or frustration within you, but honoring it. Honoring it through your expression. Write about it. Make music about it. Sing about it. Let it out. Dance it. She wants you to know that it's okay to be upset, as long as we don't dwell there and sit there, because we're not powerless. We're not powerless because we have the ability to express ourselves. So we get to tell our story. We get to express our point of view. We get to express our holy anger. This should empower you. So many people are hurting right now, and it's really important that we acknowledge that there's a lot of repression and oppression going on this planet, and the last thing we want to do is then subject ourselves to it by our own hand. If you're not willing to free your own self, you'll be in prison forever. So you can choose differently. You can choose to let yourself free. You can choose to let yourself out. You can choose to let yourself be who you really are, to be here. Because you came here to be here. You came here to be here. You came here to Earth to be here on Earth. As painful as it feels to some, and it is painful, hurting each other is painful. Separating ourselves from each other is painful. Separating ourselves from the earth is painful. Separating ourselves from the source is painful. But you can heal that pain. You can mother yourself through that pain. Mother yourself through that pain and be there for yourself. Let yourself have an outlet. Let your art be your outlet. It's not about other people or judgment or who's good or bad or making money or any of that stuff. Let yourself have that outlet. Give yourself permission to fucking say what you want to say. To feel what you fucking feel. Like, if you're not gonna do it, who the hell is gonna do it? There's a lot of emphasis here on throat chakra healing, by the way. This is Amanda speaking. Just heavy throat chakra and also solar plexus energy. Holy fire energy, like bring it on energy. Claim your place energy. Take a stand. Take your place. Take a stand energy. What else, Dolores? The notes were for me, she said. Now I'm understanding. Okay, the notes were for me before we started, but you can, I'm just kind of riffing, letting her go. Peace and calm. There's like a peace and a calmness that comes after you express. Like, okay, she's using, this might be, I don't know if YouTube's gonna flag me for this stuff. She's using like an orgasm, she said, like after you feel like release, there's like peace. But it's the same. She's saying it's the same. It's your sacral chakra energy, it's your sexual energy, it's your creative energy, it's your energy. Your expression energy is that same energy. And you do feel release and relief after expressing. You should give yourself that gift. Let it out. She just say, let it out. Let it out. If you need a help to let it out, she just say, listen to her music again. Now that you have watched this, listen to her music again and let it out. Sing with her. Her voice is very throat chakra opening. If you need healing in the throat chakra, if you're afraid to speak up for yourself, if you're afraid to express what you want to express, listen to her music. She's sing with me. You say sing with me. She wants you to sing with her. Let it out. Feel your feelings and let them out. No more repression, no more oppression, no more self-suppression. Stop beating yourself up. Stop locking yourself away. Let it out. Let what needs to be said. Let what needs to express be expressed. Artists are always meant to rock the boat, so you can't be worried about that. Because always someone is going to disagree with you, or someone's going to think your work is shit, or someone's going to think you're not any good at what you're doing, or that it should be this or that way that they prefer. It's fine. Let them. You're not here to please everybody. You're here to speak your message and share your contribution, your perspective, your unique take on this human experience is what you're here to do, and you need to own that. However weird it feels, or like odd, or, you know, people say the stupidest shit. They really do. Of course it's odd to them because most people don't. That's why. Most people don't share their truth. Most people don't share their voice. Most people go along with the program. They don't rock the boat, and they're fucking miserable. And that's not what you want. I know that's not what you want. You're here to make a stand. You're here to say what's on your heart. You're here to say what's on your mind. You're here to share your experience with the world. Take it or leave it. It's not your concern how it's received. Be yourself, and don't ever let anyone tell you you are wrong. It's not, I'm not saying like that you are right or wrong. I'm saying that your authentic expression is wrong or not allowed. Do not. This is that Holy Mother energy coming through again. This is Amanda. That Holy Mother energy coming through again big time with this. She is like pissed for you. Do not let them stifle your voice. Do not shut yourself up for them. Or they win. They win, and the pain wins. No fucking way. She said, no fucking way. Let it out. Let it out. I think that's what this video is going to be called. Let it out. Dolores. Blessed sister. I think we're good. Just checking to see if there is anything else you'd like to share with us. Just the same message. She's rooting for you. They're on your side. She's saying like you don't even understand how much support you have from the other side. So much support. Rooting for you, cheering you on. Like she's saying listen and you'll hear it. Just listen. Listen in your heart and you'll hear it. This is not a game. This is not a time to play small. This is your life. This is your life, and it should matter to you how you spend your time. It should matter to you what you do, how you express yourself. It should matter to you. Your life should matter enough to you that you're willing to bear embarrassment or whatever people want to make you feel about who you are. Like, your life should matter to you enough that you're like, fuck it, and you're just gonna do it anyways. That's how much your life should matter to you. It should matter to you more than other people's opinions. When it does, then you won. The instant that it does, you've won. Go live your life.